Welcome, 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 welcome. It's episode 7. Wow. Well, I've got this far, so we can have some fun today, I think. What should we do? Clear my throat for starters. Oh my god. Oh, let's see what we've got here. Introductions. My name's Blades, and I poodle about doing bits and pieces on game programming and things like that. Today I want to put together something slightly different. Now, this is brand new. By brand new, I mean I've never done anything like this before. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting day. And my throat's still wobbling. I'm going to start it how I normally start it. Because it's brand new, I can't use Visual Studio. Sorry guys, if you're using Visual Studio, if you've watched what I've done so far, you know how to do this bit. It's called setting up a folder, or whatever you want to call it, a project. I can't use Visual Studio because if I do something new and I want to use it or employ it into a piece of software to distribute or sell, I can't. So anything I develop on Visual Studio needs a license from Microsoft for distribution. Not a good idea. Not a good idea, so let's not do that. There is another company out there who offer a system called Qt Creator. So let's get that up. Oh god, I've got a tight start to the day. My apologies. Oh dear. Have I got a cold? I hope not. Have we got a Google? Yes, we have. Now, for those of you who don't know, QT, it's 2 letters, hit return, and it's QTIO. So what you do is you go onto here, it'll, yeah, thanks a lot. On the top thing, get rid of the cookies reminder. Good grief. And where's downloads go? Oh yeah, download, try, buy. Yes, big green button. So yeah, thank you very much. There's a commercial. If you want to use this as your instead of Visual Studio and you don't want to give Microsoft money, you can come to Qt, get a commercial license and give Qt money, which actually wouldn't be so bad, because what Qt gives you is huge, absolutely huge. It's a full C++ programming system, object-orientated programming system with QObject as the central iconic communicator for objects, and it's a wonderful system. I'm going to give it 11 out of 10. I wouldn't suggest anybody else does uses anything else, but I can't because I don't have a commercial license and I can't afford one, so there we go. Open source, it's for free, so I've got open source. I've downloaded it. It takes a while because there is a lot, and this is what we get. So what I am looking at is QMake. There we go. I don't care which one. So the QMake manual. So there's an overview, creating project files. It tells you all about QMake here. It's a full manual. As you can see, they've done all the manuals are in the system, in this Qt Creator system. And if you need help using QMake instead of CMake, by the way, you might have noticed that they've done it cheekily But it is its own system, and it's quite good. It does everything that I want, so I'm going to use it. QMake itself is freely available, so I can use it. Back to the welcome screen. So, new project. I use non-Qt project. Yeah, I know. And I'll have a C++ application, please. Untitled. I'm going to call this character gen. I'm going to abbreviate it slightly. I want to create it in the Thinking Club. No, I don't. I want to put it into Twitch, please. Twitch here. Because that's where we've got our game, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so just make sure I get Twitch. Twitch. You can just about see that. Let me just bring this on screen. It's a bit big for some reason. There we go. So yeah, choosing my Twitch directory. Remember, my dependencies are just above, so I can use those. Character generation, Twitch, user's default location, and next is QMake, please. Next. I will take... I'll take that one. I'll dump you. Next. I want to use a min GW 64-bit. Whether it says 2 or not doesn't really matter. So I'll do that. Add to version control. It's detected that I'm in version control. No. Not at this stage. Thank you. We'll see about version control later. So I'm going to get Character Gen Pro. I'm going to get a main CPP. And, well, that's roughly about it, really. And as long as there's no errors, I'm happy. That's all we have to do. I can't use this now, because if I do, I will basically, how can you put it, infringe on the end user license agreement. So at this point, I can't do a thing, so all I do is I close it. Close all. And exit. Close all files in project. Close project. There we go. Right, we're out. We're done. We're back to the welcome screen, and that's there. What I can do later on, maybe, sort of, is use this as a validator for my code, but that's about it. I can't really do much more with this Qt creator, unfortunately. I would love to. I mean, as you can see, it's got a full editor. It's got everything, tools, you name it, build. You get build, run, and stuff down here for your project. It's a good system. It's a good system. So, well, ho-hum, bye-bye. So, what can I use? I can use a text editor. That's roughly about it. I can use a text editor. So if you just popped in, all I've done is I've used Qt Creator to create a file or two. So Thinking Club, Twitch, Character Gen is now here. As we can see, we've got a project file, a pro user, which I don't need, and a main. I can keep that, I suppose. I'll keep it. It doesn't matter. That's an irrelevance. That's just how you have set up Qt Creator. All the nods and whistles. You can have a look at it, really. Let's have a look at it. So if you look at it, it's just got all the editor configurations in it for Qt. There you go. That's what it's got in it. This one's more interesting. Let's edit with Notepad. There you go. You can see that, can't you? Yeah. Okay. I haven't got my Notepad editor up properly. Don't need all this lot. Okay. Well, that's all it's got. Interesting. So I am going to have to modify that. But that is all you need because it's AC config minus QT minus that bundle. But we will be modifying this so I can include my dependencies and things like that. What else do we need? I will take a copy of display. I might need a display, so I'll take a copy of that over as well. Anything else I need that we've done previously? What we've got in core. Core is just file handlers. I might add to that actually this time round, because I will want me save now, won't I? For a character generator. Shaders now. OpenGL. That's just to do with terrain and rendering the terrain, isn't it? So no, don't need anything out of there. That's all going to change. World, camera, terrain, atlas. Yeah, okay. Didn't finish off the atlas. Oh, that's a shame. We're getting close on that one now. Just want a break from it, so I thought I'd do a character generator. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. I just need a text editor. Actually, I can do that here, can't I? The profile, let's just load that up again. Yeah, I have got other profiles that I've used previously. And let's have a look in workspace. You'll have one. There we go. It's if you look, it's just the same, but I've extended it a lot. I'll take everything. That gives me all my libraries then. It's exactly the same, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So I'll just paste that in there. Yeah, I'll alter it once I get into the files. I'm not going to use Notepad++ to do my C programming, although I could. That's a good point. I could, couldn't I? No, I won't. So did I just save that or not? I don't know. I don't know if I just saved that or not. Oh my god, am I going nuts? Okay, fair enough. Right, let's just get rid of that window. Don't need you for now. Alright, there is something else I use, is the answer. Did I just close my... Oh. Yes, I did close it. Hello? Hello, screen. Hello. Oh, whatever. I'm I'm going to ask Microsoft if they've got Microsoft code. There you go. So, a text editor. There you go. Text editor. There's a download button. Download it. If you're on Linux, just get it from your distro. What's it called on Linux? Is it just called Code, or... I'll have a look. I've got a Linux distro here. Octopi, please. So find code. It's just called Code. Well, it is on Manjaro anyway. If you're using Manjaro Linux and Octopi, it's just called Code. It could be called VS Code, because that's the URL. Ubuntu, it might be VS Code. But on here, it's just Code. Apt-get install code type of thing, you know. Nothing different about that. News on it. No news. Transactions output. Don't know. Files. Right, okay. Files going user. Okay. Yeah, right, fine. Not really much information on it here. It just says the open source build of Visual Studio Code, VS Code editor. That's all I get there for code. I just typed in CODE and it comes up with it, so I don't know. That's Linux for you. Linux is good. I would suggest doing this on Linux and not here on Microsoft Windows 10 using this Edge thingy. If you're wondering why I'm not using Firefox and I'm using Edge, it's simple. I couldn't be bothered downloading it. It's simple as that. We'll keep you this time. So when you fire up code, you get this, which I think is nice. I think that's okay. You then go to this bottom thingy here, and I've installed, put in search C++, and you'll probably get that one there. I've also put in C#. That's for my server. That does my server, the Ultimate Online server that I'm running, is in C#. So I've got that. I have Git history because it enables me to look at the history of Git. Remember, this is a text editor. It's not an IDE, an integrated development environment. So you have to put things in it. Qt for Python just gives me the profile highlighters. Just this bit here. That's what I'm using that for. Because obviously I'm using profiles for QMake. So that's what that gives. I'm not using Python. Don't worry. I could if you want. No. So here we go. So open folder. Actually, yeah, do I want a workspace or just an open folder? Open folder doesn't matter. That one there. Character gen. Let's select open folder. Ta-da! Everything's here. There you go. It's detected that I'm on Dev 1. Anything? Yeah, so it's detected that I've got a game series going. Oh, that's cute. Oh, thank you. Oh, QT, by the way. Pronounced cute. So, this is amazing. It's picked up and everything. That is fantastic. Good on you. Our profile didn't save. Grrr. I'll try that again. Copy, go away, and paste. There we go. An emplet. Thank you. Okay, let's have a look. I don't know what will happen if I run that. I don't like what it's done here. There we go. Put that one above. So it's included everything. Right, these are wrong. If I go up one directory, I'm in Twitch, aren't I? Do I need to go up one more? Yes, I do. So all of these are wrong. Dot dot slash. I needed 2 directories up, not 1. Dot dot slash. And dot dot slash. Dot dot slash. There we go, that'll be better, I think. OpenGL and GDI32, which I don't know what that is. I haven't looked it up. Glue static, yes, please. And I think everything else is okay. GLFW3 is a static library. And we am using glue32 static S at the end. So that means I need that define. That's good. Right, we'll have that then. Now, as I said, this isn't an IDE. So I'm going to need something else. Character generator. We've got display. I'm going to need a build. So, new file. Build, please. If you're on Linux, it's .sh. If you're on Windows, it's a bat file. And I'm just going to use two items. I've just realised I haven't told you something. I'm very, very bad. Yeah. Something that I have done. In Google, mingw. mingw.org, minimalistic new for Windows. Okay, you come here. Where's downloads? You go to downloads. Oh, if you're on Linux, skip this step. Don't even bother. It's all in your distro. Windows doesn't have anything like this. So we have to do whatever Linux is doing. mingw get setup.exe. So, click on that. Okay. There we go, run it. Here we are. And this is what you get. Install. So you install it to wherever it wants to go, usually the C directory. And everything you have on there, let's just cancel out of that and see if I've got a copy of it. What you will install into. Here we go. Oh, God. Good grief. Told you it's a big monitor. Can we just, like, do less? Here we go. What you will install into is something looking like that, but without the green blobs there. So on each one of these, mark for installation. So every single one of those, do one at once. And then installation, apply changes. And it will download you everything to do with C++ program and Fortran. And Ada. Oh dear. I've got Ada Fortran and C++, so and Objective-C compiler. Oh, fantastic. So I've downloaded all of that lot onto my C drive, and it does it all for you. That's a good idea because of the next two commands. The first one is qmake. Yeah, very funny. It doesn't know where I am. So here we go. We're on qmake, and then we'll just have to use their compiler, whatever they've given. Let's have a look. I've used it before, so it'll be in here. Have I got a bat file, please? That's main. Doesn't look as though I have. That's interesting. That's a make. No, I don't use make. Oh, right. I haven't got one. I've got one in development. Yeah, we'll have one in 9. It's the last command. It's not showing up bat files. I can't have wiped off all of my batch files, could I? Oh, it doesn't matter. I know what. I'll go. Actually, no. I'll go find the command. It's in C. It's min-gw bin, and it'll come under M for min-gw, won't it? There it is. min-gw 32-make. That's what I want. There we go. That's it. That's my bat file. So to build it, terminal. Oh, any questions, by the way, in the chat? If you're late into viewing, just pop into chat and I'll say hi. Hello. Hi as all. Questions anytime you want. There's chat. Hi as. You know, feel free. I'm just building up a Microsoft code system. Yeah, terminal. What do we want? Run build task. There isn't one. No build task found. Configure build task. Okay. We don't have a config here. Right, before I do that, I want a config. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open display. Anything will do. You see, it's finding everything. Not. Thank you. God, thank God for that. I was getting worried for a second then. I really was. You'll do. There's a little light bulb comes up. Edit, include path settings. Yeah, okay. And it'll come up with this. But it'll also give you configuration somewhere over here. Here we are. CPP properties JSON. No, I don't want to. That's the base configurations for the whole thing. No, thank you. I want that. So it's 2 up, I said, didn't I? Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? So, oh, no, don't do that. Do a comma, then do that. And it's quotes $, open brackets, or workspace folder, folder with an F, capital, and I want to go 1, 2, deps, include. If I've got it right, it can find all those red squigglies go away. The little thing hasn't gone away. Well, what do you think? Did I get it right? Looks like it. Thank God for that. We've now got our includes. So all of these includes will work. I don't like GLM. Doesn't matter, it works. Who cares? Next. Just make sure everything's okay here. Give it a little second or two. It's Microsoft, for God's sake. It's not fast. Where's my coffee? Okay. Is there anything else in configurations that I want to mess around with? Yeah, there's a hash define missing. No, I put it in the profile. So yeah, there's that one missing. Comma. There we go, glue static can go in there so it knows. Make sure that this is Visual Studio Code and operates with IntelliSense and stuff like that. It also gives me compiler path, which is C mingui bin gcc.exe. That's correct. That's wrong. That should be gcc. Thank you. And that's all I really want to modify. I'll do my usual, which is that I have one at the top and a space at the bottom, please. And I hate... Look at this, right? You've got an editor that has lines between two things. And that line doesn't go between two things. It goes from that... What? It should be that. There, you see? Now it goes between two things. That one goes between two things, so that's okay. And then they've done it here again. I mean, they're not... The lack of consistency is awful. I want a space there, please. Because that's my defines. You should always have a space after a block. I wish these people knew how to write code. You should always have a space after a block. I don't know. Right. That's more readable. Just by doing that, and you can check that everything's correct with these. Thank you. Microsoft, learn how to write code, please. Oh, I forgot. We've learnt how to write bugs, not code. Good. Lovely. So that's a JSON file. That's what a JSON file should look like. I understand what that means, but I'm not sure I understand what the difference is between these two. I'm not a JSON programmer. And I haven't looked too far into it. I can do enough to complete a properties page. That's about it. So we've got our properties. Lovely. Let's try and run a build task. Okay, no build task found. Bing. Create tasks. Yes, please. I will... MS, no thanks. Maven. Okay. .NET, no. Others. And that's what you're going to give us. Okay. So we'll pop you one down. Any ideas what I should put in here? I don't know. Have I got a build task anywhere? Might have. Joins that. Label type command echo hello. No. I will have build dot bat. That's my command. I'm just thinking if am I missing anything here? Probably. Is that enough to build? Don't know. Let's run it and find out. It's not. No. No, 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 no. I need to put this as the definitive build, don't I? Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, just go away, you. Thank you. Repos. Project development. This will be tasks. Okay, we'll get it up. It's just doing that. Oh, there's plenty of stuff here. Okay. So what it's actually given us is not much. Really? Let me just pop that up there for a sec. Well, thanks. So after build.bat, I am going to have to put a comma. Right, that's what they gave me. And now I need to make a group. Oh, it helps me out a little bit, does it? Well, that's very kind of it. And I'm going to hit return. No, can't hit return. Hit return. Thank you. Oh, shh, microphone. Settle down. As you can see, it's fantastic, Jason. Everybody should learn this language. Kind. None. Build, please. Comma. And is default. True, please. It seems to give the wrong idea straight away, doesn't it? Thank you. That's you done. That's a comma. And yeah, we'll have a problem matcher. That one, please. Colon. Square bracket. What is it doing? Get out of it. I'm not asking for any of this. Colon. Square bracket. Oh dear. And I will have dollar. Oh, it's there. That one. GCC. Thank you. That should do it, I think. No errors? Good. So now it's default and it's build. So this here tells it when I click on that, the default function for that menu item is this. Run build task. Did it work? It did. It worked. What's that rubbish? I don't know. Well, QMake, yeah. Thanks for the readout. Well, that's better. Right, we're getting readouts now. You have to have this screen up here to get readouts. Yeah, it's a Microsoft thing. It's buggy to hell. But hey ho, we don't mind. Because we know that it's just a word processor. Well, text editor. If you're wondering why everything's in green and got a U next to it, it means I haven't uploaded it to Dev1. It's just reminding me. I'll think about doing that later. Done for first. Yeah. Right, so how do we run our program? Well, luckily, this little text editor has a debug thingy in it. So I'm happy that it's doing everything right here. There you go. It's operating the two commands correctly and the two commands are working. Fantastic. So we can get rid of that. I can get rid of that. So I've got my first two thingies here. Excellent. No configuration. Okay. Click on that. I want GDB for my debug. Okay. GDB launch. It's come up now. As there in that little thingy. You can have multiple launchers, by the way. So we've only got one. You can choose your launchers, however many you want. Yeah. Program. Enter program name, for example, workspace. Okay. I'll keep the workspace bit. I will send it into debug, which is a small debug. And I'm not having AXE. Debug gave us character gen.exe. So that's, yeah, character. Oh God, I've gone all blurry on spelling again. Okay. Char actor gen. Char actor gen. Yeah, that's okay. Stop at entry means when you start. I'll put it up on screen. It's easy for me to explain. Stop on entry means when it will stop at 1 here. As if you put, that means stop at entry. Or stop at entry is that one. I'm not too sure which one it's going to choose between the breakpoints. But it allows you then to go through your program properly and debug it. Which is okay. I want false. I just want it to carry on. Current working directory. Yeah, workspace folder. Environment. Don't need anything that I know of. External console means will we produce a console outside? Yes, please. GDB, path to GDB. Well, that's the same one that you put in here. Was it there? So it's that one. Copy. Where are we now? Path to GDB. There we go. Do I need an exe on the end? I don't know. If in doubt, .exe it. This is Windows. Windows is tricky at the best of times. I've .exe that one, so I'll do it on that one. That's where I downloaded all my min GW. So yeah, there we go. Any questions? No? Coming in from viewers? Nope, that's okay. Oh, I think we've nearly set this up. Should we test it? Yeah, okay, let's test it. Will it stop at the end? No, it won't. It'll just go and go straight through, won't it? So this is the bit that I'm testing. The launch. So I'll keep you open. Main. No, it's just going to go straight through and do a hello world, and you'll never see it. It'll just flash on screen. Yeah, that'll be a bit dopey. System. I'll just stick a pause in for me. On Linux, do you need to do this? Probably not. It probably works fine on Linux. You don't need to do anything. Right, terminal. Oh. There's something missing. Pre-launch task. Oh, where can I put that? I'll put it here. I don't really care where I put it. External console true. Okay. It's pre-launch task. Ding. And the pre-launch task is going to be whatever we've got in our tasks. In here. Label. Echo. Okay. I'm going to change that to build C++. And that is your pre-launch task. Yep. Let's put a comma after itself. If it's done it itself, that's fine. Okay. So if I go here, it should now build and run. I don't really press a button. I don't like this. Done. 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 Everything works. Fantastic. No. Yeah. Close you. I can't believe I'm getting away with this so easy. Everything's just working. Hold on a minute. What's going on, Blades? This isn't like you. Everything's working. No, it can't be everything's working. There must be a problem here. Seriously? I mean, if I do something stupid like... hold on a minute. Right, let's get this set up properly first of all. I need... What's next? What is next I need? I need something from... for Twitch. Our Twitch channel. Any questions about this setup? I'll go back over anything you want. Don't mind. I'll set up anything you want. It's C++. It's dead straightforward for me, but if you're new to C++ and you're new to Visual Studio Code, it's a minefield, an absolute minefield about just these three things that it needs, not including IPCH, which it does automatically for you. I mean, you might be asking, what's all this rubbish then? IPCH, pre-compiled headers, is what it's all about. It pre-compiles headers to make it faster. And it works, so I'm going to let it debug. Don't need to see you. Outline. Yeah, I've got outlines. Oh. So main. Oh, you can just click on it, it goes to main. Oh, right, yeah, that's great. Thanks. I wanted something from somewhere else, didn't I? Here we go. D. Workspace. Thinking Club. Twitch. Here we are, we're in Twitch. In game, I had... Can I just edit? I had that there. Okay, we'll just copy you. Get you out of the way. And I'm going to paste it there. There we go, that's all I'm copying, you don't need it. It's not for you. This is for me. Fraser Sharp. Oh god, what's today's date? It's 2019. It's June. And it's the 10th. The 10th is a special day for me. It means that Naval Action, one of the games that I like playing, might be going live. So it could be today, don't know. Twitch game series, contact email DAOC Amberskies at Google Mail, website amberskies.org UK, Twitch Fraser Blade Sharp, you already know that, you're viewing, and YouTube is Amberskies. Lovely. Right, let's get a window. hash include display, and I want window 3DH. There we go. Hello world, don't like you. Sorry. Got nothing against doing that, and I've got using namespace. I've got everything against doing that. So what do I want here? I'll just have printf. It's C, I know, but I don't care. Welcome to the character generator. Is it generator? Don't know. Okay. \n. New line. There we go. And there we are. We have our first program. System pause will go away in a minute or two. Give ourselves some space to work in. Alright. How do we make a window? I've already forgotten. It will be in... I'm going to have to change it. I'm going to change everything to Amber. From game. Then I'll remember. Otherwise, I'm just going to forget because it's in a different... It's in now in character gen, and I'm not using character gen as a namespace. That's just silly. I'll use Amber for Amberskies. There we go. Alright, you get back. Okay, so it will be Amber. See, it's easy for me to remember now. Display. And we will have window 3D. I'll just call it window as usual. I'll open the brackets. Let's give it a title. What title should we have? Character gen ideas. That's all I'm going to put because I don't know what it's going to finish up as. Okay, let's do it so it goes down like that. That should be a comma. I'm hoping it tells us what we want to do. Int width 900, I don't care. And height 500. Those are the two that I normally use, aren't they? That's all you want. Okay. Alright. So that is gives an open GL 3.3 display window. I'm hoping. The title shown in the top bar. Width in pixels. And I think you can guess this one. This one's height in pixels. Alright, it should be that easy. Again, if you're watching this now and it's live, well, you're live, I can see there's viewers. If you don't know what that is, then it was, I think, in one of my earlier videos. But if you want me to just go through the code, just say. I don't mind. If you haven't seen those earlier videos and you're a live viewer, say, "Excuse me, Blades," or just say, "Hey, Blades, I never saw you. Didn't see you code that. That isn't C++. That's what we coded 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Let's see what it does. Let's see if it does anything. I've got my system pause up, haven't I? Yeah. Okay. For this part, anyway. Ah, no. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take that out. So while window is open, brilliant functions are up, we are going to do a window dot doesn't work if you don't spell it right. Window dot yeah, we'll have a clear screen, why not? There we go. Ow, Muppet, don't do that. We'll have a do stuff as usual, and then we'll have a window dot, and it's update, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. We'll do a window update as well. So that'll do everything for me, won't it? Yep. And for a test, I've done that whole block on the wrong line. There we go. Put it up. What happened to that? Oh, God, fathers. Damn it. Muppet, don't do that. Well, I'm glad that Microsoft Visual Studio Code doesn't have any bugs anyway. Can bring you back. I was going to do something then. Window. Dot. Don't know. We don't have anything, do we? We haven't programmed this or anything. Oh dear. No, we haven't programmed it for anything, so I can't do anything. There you go. Run that. See if there's any errors in it. Oh, right. Pre-launch task. Build C++ terminated with exit code 2. Okay, show errors. No problems have been detected in the workspace so far. Output. Debug console. Terminal. Okay. It should be... Let's have a look. Undefined reference to Amber display, window 3D, char const, int. Main 33. Ah. Huh? Okay. Oh, I hate these days. Okay. You don't want to play ball today, do you? I knew there'd be problems with this. System. Try that. Welcome to the character generator. Press any key to continue. It works. Now to do that, it has to have created main. Aha. Aha. Aha, I know what it's done then. Look. See? There should be a window.o, and there isn't. But Blades, what does that mean? That means that it hasn't compiled Window 3D, is the answer. God damn it. And I know why. Because I'm a muppet. Why isn't it doing it then? What's going on here? That's your header file. Have I put this in wrong? Yeah, I have. It was reading main CPP and then discarding display windows 3d.cpp. It was still actually... Header files don't get compiled. But because I had that all on one line, effectively, because white space is ignored, and there was no... That wasn't there to say, hey, new item. All that slash means is new item. In other words, continue on a separate line, but it's all one line. It's a weird way of doing things, but it works perfectly. Trust me on that. Right, I want my debug. I want a window, please. Terminal. Run build task. Now we've got a window, and now we've got this. Are you joking me? I've fixed all of this. Oh, this is getting so damned annoying. Where's it looking for it? This is a link error, is it? Looks like it. Have I got my .pro wrong? Shouldn't be doing that. Where's the... Where it's not going to find stuff there. That's no good. Oh no. Eh? That doesn't make sense. I haven't asked it to do that. I've asked it to do that. Oh no, what's it doing? What is it doing? This isn't right. This is definitely not right. I think this is one of these ones where Blades has to go away and fix it again, I suppose. I don't believe that. Any viewers got any ideas? Why is it not picking up on these? It should go into the make file. That's what QMake does. Okay, go back to beginning. We are going to look at my system, I suppose. System info. Here we go. That's what I'm using, by the way. Advanced settings. Environment variables. Path. Edit. I've got both of the binaries in. So that's in my main pathing for everything on the machine. Okay. So the main pathing is okay. Have I not got enough dots? Dots. Twitch dependencies. So character gen. Nothing on chat, thanks. Right, so it is actually making it, but it can't link it. So it's 1 up. We'll take it to there. 2 up. We'll take it to there. Dependencies. Include in the libs. Capital L. Capital L. Capital I. I wonder if that depends path should be libs. What is going on here? PWD's program working directory, if anybody's interested. Those are just standard libs out of the standard libraries. That's done by Microsoft Visual Studio, as far as I know. Nope. Doesn't look as though I've got a solution for this straight off. Everything's correct. It includes the working, so that is correct. Yeah. Damn it. I'm not bothered about portability. Entering directory, club Twitch, and yeah. Undefined reference to GLFW terminate. I'm using GLFW3. Yeah. And I do have the lib. Yeah, it's that one. So why is it undefined reference? Because that's not linking. The object files may be one deeper because they are in a debug file. It's there, so it may need one more. Okay. Can't see that being the point. It's not going on about glue as well, is it? No, it's just GLFW. I've had problems with this before. And they're impossible to fix. If it can't find something, it can't find something. And it's hard for it. Oh, damn you. Huh? I can't see what it's doing. Thank you. No rule to make target. Hmm. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's using character gen. Up 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. Maybe my GLFW3 is broken. Or is that possibility? Here's the thing, if I go into there, there's no errors. Which means that IntelliSense is picking up everything. VS Code, properties. Do I have to do the libs as well? That's an include path. It's got glue static there as well. Which it probably doesn't need. What? Comments are not permitted in JSON. You're joking me. Oh, Jason, you're such a beautiful language to work with. Because I've got it in here. That's where your glue static comes in. I haven't used anything else, have I? I haven't used maths or anything stupid. No, I've used GLM. Okay. It can't link. Good God. It's using something to try and get them. What can it be using? Try you. No. And, oh no, you just put it here, it's easier. Can I make clean here? Oh. Really? Okay. And that empties my debug. And cleans everything up. Okay. So that will clean something. That's good news. But that won't build anything. It can build as far as the object files and then it just can't link them. Right, okay. I've got problems linking with this thing. I don't believe it. I got rid of this. Totally. Absolutely. Totally. I never use Qt, Make or Windows. Seems like on Windows you are supposed to link the path to the .lib. Yeah. Right. Libs plus equals. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. You're actually right. Thank you, Bad Codebot. Shout out, mate. Yeah, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. You got it right. It's this editor which isn't getting it right. I don't think. Can't get rid of that, can I? Yeah, I can just bin it. Okay. It's libs. That L there means the path. So you got the path all the way through to the libs directory, and then you're asking for glfw. What I think you're trying to say is that maybe I should do it that way. .lib. Think that's what you're actually, yeah? Yeah. Okay, yeah, try that, okay. That's a dependency, that's a dependency. Yeah, I know that those two pick up, and that's the worst thing about this. Because it's how you do it on Linux, exactly, yes. But yeah, I think that could be a good idea. Let's try it, let's run it. Is it putting it in? It is. Workspace, Thinking Club, Deps, Libs. So yes, you're right. Got these last two. Got you. Okay. Right. Make sure we're safe, shall we? Terminal, run build task. Will it pick them up? Damn it. No, it won't. It's got the libraries. That's interesting, because I agree with you. That works just as well as the -L that works. Tell you what. I will tell you what. We've got all of this already in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out. Okay. So I'm only going to leave glue static in, and I think I will just hash that out, because I don't think Qt will agree with me if I do that. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. I've done this before in a way that is completely different to this, where you can set the library lookup. Because here we haven't got the includes or anything, but I'm going to show you something. This is quite interesting. Okay, just close out there, doesn't matter. Okay, just close out there, it'll come back to me just like it is there. So Qt. Right, this is QMake. QMake comes from here. Thank you for the help, Bad Code Bot. Shout out, mate. Thank you for helping. Character gen. There we go. This is how we made it. This is how we made our profile. Okay. So it's got display, it's got windows, it's got everything. If I try and build it, it should give me the same errors. Okay. Here we go. Blah, 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 blah. Referencing main plus blah, 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 blah. And then it comes to all of this undefined reference stuff. An undefined reference really means we're not linking. Okay. So we'll clear that rubbish off. Get rid of that a minute. Now to link in here, if I look at this, we've got red squigglies everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'll start with glfw. And you would add a library. Okay. It's an external. Next. Library type, Windows, yeah. library file, browse. This is the best bit about it, I think, because you can browse for it. And it's not desktop or OneDrive. Good God, what is it doing? And this is the external library, and I will do that one, GLFW3. Okay, so that is the library. The include path is, yeah, it's includes. It's include or includes, plural. God damn it. Singular. I hate doing that. So include. That's correct. Dynamic? Nope. Static. Get all three. Don't add a D. Next. And this will write the profile for me. There we go. So in the profile now, it's now added all that lot. So we'll just leave it to its own devices, and I'm going to try build again now. That should be GLFW fixed. La 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 la, system, blah blah blah, base and init. Here we go. GLFW terminate. Okay. Add library. Next, and this time I would like, oops, steps, yeah, the library to be glue 32, that one. And again, it's not libs, it's include. So that'll do that. Static, library, get rid of. Everything's correct. So it's putting the .a in. So it gives a choice in here of Unix and Windows. So on the Unix side, you're quite right, you've got this -L glue 32s. But Windows 32 on the dot profiles should be able to do it. It's a bit like pre-make or something like that, where this is like generated by the system. And right now this should run. No rule. Main target D blah blah blah. .. deps libs 32 SA needed by debug character generator exe. So it's now trying to generate off the Linux bit. So do I need a hash define win32? Could be. So I'll define that so that we are not Win32G++. We are Win32. Win32G++ will want that. But we're not using it. So that should be false. And did I save that? And it won't go past that. which I find interesting. And that is libglue32s. So it's that one there that it's looking at. Delete. Here we go. Can't find a Win32 monitor.c program. I know it can't find that because it's not in my system. Okay. So, experimentation time. New project. Plain C and choose. Test project. Test Pro. Create in Twitch. Yep. Use project. Yep. Okay, next. Just going to try something. I'm going to switch it. It actually says that one should be ticked, so let's do it next. Main test pro. Yep. Okay, finish. Bing. Right, same hello world. Reading project test pro red. Nothing comes up. Oh, looking at the wrong one, sorry. It can't even read that. No Windows T runner. Runtime. Okay, Windows runtime device detection. It's just not there. That's okay. I mean, it's totally useless to me. Microsoft side. And there's something drastically wrong with linking. What other systems do we have? That's the problem. Now I'm absolutely stumped on why this doesn't work. So it's using QMake. Copy, blah, 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 blah. Install program. Right, yeah, right, okay. System link. QMake install, that's right. Debug release, yeah. Subtargets. Make files are not nice. To look at. That's an interesting idea. Thank you. Command line. Open a terminal. There's something about this that's not working. If I type in ls, it's not working. Now, what have I got that should have an ls? Because remember, we've got to imitate Linux. Oh, sorry, yeah, we're on Windows. Don't worry about that. No. So dir. No. No, Windows has gone way past that these days. I'll show you. Where are we? Twitch. Character generator we'll use. So here we go. File. Windows PowerShell. Administrator. something wrong with the system here. Import modifier D was not loaded because no valid module file. Yeah, that's right, because I don't want to use that system. I'm not using it. Import module. Oh, not yet. If I try ls, there you go. Works. Oh no, it's just PowerShell. It comes with the weirdo thingy. So yeah, no problem with that. Set them in display. So if I do QMake now, dot, it's done it. If I do what will it be now? Min GW32 make. There you go, exactly the same. For some reason, MinGW cannot pick up on libraries. And it's really weird. There you go. Got all the includes going. It's got everything going, but it just doesn't do it. Isn't it amazing? And that's using PowerShell in administrator mode. Oh god. Close that behind me. And now try. We're inside character gen, aren't we? Yeah. List it out. So if I put in code dot, that puts me in PowerShell here. And it doesn't recognize it. Damn thing. But yeah. So I'm now in admin mode. And I don't know why it's failing. That's awesome, that. That means I can't use GLFW. I can't use my 3D window. So, stuff that. Can we get rid of this, please? Exit. So, what do I have to do to get this to work? Make main file. This is going to be interesting. Take out the include. Okay. It asks me to do that. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, it's hitting the pre-launch task and then stopping. Yeah, fine, thanks. I already understand that bit. So no, it looks as though from Visual Studio Code, as an administrator, as you can see at the top here, I don't know if you can see that, it says administrator. Even in this mode, I can't have GLFW. Now, the only other way around that is to include it as an item. I'm guessing. Oh, that does so not sparkle. There is another way of doing it. That. That helps. Pro. Get rid of. Delete all that. And I'll work it out later. Right, so main headers. And I'll put you back in. Okay. That's my profile. Yeah, as you say, you probably never used this kind of system, but there is a full manual in Qt Creator. It's on Linux as well, so you just download it through your whatever it is. I use Manjaro, so for me it's Octopi. If you're on Ubuntu, I think it's the apt thingy, so you can just download it through there. Yeah, that is really, really strange. I wanted to test that today, and I've tested it, and I found out it don't work. Don't need that. Build bat's okay. Stash is okay. Release is okay. Can delete that as well. I'll delete that as well. There we go. For everything's fine and dandy. Yay! We've got a working program again. Can I run it from here as in debug mode? Yes, I can. There you go. No problem. As soon as I go outside of the directory, it seems to have problems. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to test out. I can do it here if you want. If you want to see, if you want to see how I go about testing things. Yeah, this could be a test stream, couldn't it? You know, I hadn't even thought of doing one of those. Alright. Let's do a test stream. So we know this works. I mean, this is Hello World. Is that coffee cold? God, yeah. So yeah, I can compile what's in front of me, which is Hello World. That's fine and dandy. But what else can it do? I mean, it can run a program. That I am totally. I'll show you how it works. Let's make a new class, and we're going to call it Dice. So it's a mathematical random number generator. So let's make a dice and prove. First of all, when you're testing, the first thing you have to do is test and prove that what you are using is correct. So I don't need to see those. I don't need to see the debug file. You see, nothing's coming up in. Well, it is coming up in release. It shouldn't be. That's my bad. Because I switched off debug mode only. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Don't need that. We'll delete it now. The make files. Keep or delete? Keep. So let's make a source folder. New folder. And we'll call it source. S-O-U-R-C. There we go. Source code. Let's make a new folder. And we'll call this maths. Actually, is it plural? Oh God. tell you what, we'll call it Amber Maths. If you've coded in C++ before, you know that there's a library in the standard library called Math, or Maths. I don't know which one it is, so I'm going to call it Amber Maths. Okay. What should we call our new file? Dice. Dice, baby. Yeah, dice. .h. Will I need anything more than a .h for dice? Shall I have a CPP file? Don't know. When I don't know, I just don't do it. Let's have a look and see what I've got in my notes about dices. Right, this is a complex subject. Do you want me to go over it? Because it's all about probabilities and it goes mathematical. I don't really like doing mathematical stuff on air. I know it's terrible. I'm terrible, aren't I? Right. Well, let's write a bit and then see if you want me to go over some of it or not. Copy. Space v and hash pragma. I'll use the standard pragma once, which seems to have caught on nowadays instead of all the if and defs and defs and ifs and defs header guards. So that's the header guard. Let's have a look. Let's have an include or two. Random number generators. I'm thinking for random number generators. That's for the video preview. I don't want a video preview. Let's have a look. I'm thinking... God, I wish I'd get the corner of that. I really do. I'm thinking... CST dlib versus standard lib. No, I want a CST dlib. Thank you. It's got the conversions in it, but it has rand srand functions in it. We've got allocations and environment. Searching and sorting, yeah. Absolute values. This is looking okay. Okay, macros. Exit success. Success termination code. Oh, right. Fine. That's nice. Rand max. Maximum value returned by RAND. Right, so I've got random numbers in there. I'll keep that in case I need to reference it. Yeah, we'll take that one. It's a C. I'm going to write this in C, by the way. This is supposed to be a C++, you know, stream, and I'm writing in C. That's typical of me, innit, eh? Blade, hey. PCGS are pretty good these days, yeah. Right, got you. I'll use that one. When I'm doing random numbers, I always have time in there, so I may as well use the C time. I think that's that's the library. Use C time. I'll do. Namespace. And it's Amber. I'm using Amber at the moment. Namespaces just guard your code. That's all they're there for. They guard your code from variables being mixed up into standard libraries, and standard libraries mixing their variables into your code. Or if you go outside and use something like GLFW or something like that, or GLM, which is a maths library, you've got to be careful. This is going to be a class or a struct. Stuff it, I'm having a class. And we'll call it dice. No. No, we won't. We'll have my second namespace. I always use a double one. It's the folder that it's in, so Amber Maths. That's how I do my namespacings. So I have a standard one, Amber for Amberskies, and then the second one is the folder that I've put it in. So there's Amber Maths. Let's have a class and a class dice. Quickly punch out a dice class, I think. Stuff it now. No. Struct. Stuff it. I don't want anything hidden. There's no private memberships going on here. Static. I'm using static for this, so that the compiler knows that it ain't going to change, and it can do whatever it wants with it. It can replace, it can inline things if it wants to. So we have to do an initializer for dice. So initialize dice. Yeah, that'll do. We always have to initialize dice, so we're going to use srand. Srand, how do you do that? We need an unsigned int. So I'm going to need a static cast. Static cast. To an unsigned int, is it? Yeah. Unsigned int. I mean, it's horrible code to look at, but hey ho. It's time. I'll just give it a null pointer. Right, we'll look at that more in depth in a second. How many brackets have I got? 2. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the brackets, but hey ho. I'll do it. So let's split that down. Take that out of there. Take that out of there. Take that out of there. Back. Take that out of there. Back. Everything matches up now. So it looks weird because of the way I've written it. But the way I've written it is in what I call a C style. This is what happens when you use C. Yeah, if you never realise, you're using pyramid. It's like a pyramid language, and it usually does end up like a bit like that. So this is just a public. I might as well put it here. This is a public structure to hold the dice functions. Okay, initialize dice. We have to randomize the first lookup table. Yes, random numbers are on lookup tables, folks. What they do is they peek at the memory address, basically. Okay, srand. What's srand? Doesn't tell us. I knew I'd have to come back to this. srand. Initialize random number generator. And it's a function. So that's what it tells us it is. That's what it'll tell us it is. That's what it does. Initialize a random number generator. This here, this line here, actually I'll take this one out one more so we can line them up. This line here just converts whatever time outputs, which outputs time t, converts the output of time to an a uint, unsigned int. Unsigned int. Okay. Sorry about this, viewers, but I always know everything. If I don't, I forget. Time. Here we go. Time. I don't think I've got time up here, have I? Does it tell us what it is? Ah, good. Yes, it does. Yeah, okay. Header file macros. Okay. (32-bit data type). Yeah, so I could have used a uint32. That's what that boils down to. Use a uint32 as your time. Thanks. But you don't tell me what it does. It returns the time as a uint32. Or actually no, it just returns it as a 32-bit data type. Generic. So returns the current time as a 32-bit data type. There we go. Why have I given it a null pointer? I think this is an offset. C time. Muppet, be careful. I think it's an offset. Time. Doesn't really give us much here, does it? No, I'm not using that functionality of it at all. I'm using that one there, thank you. Time t timer. Parameters. Pointer to an object of type time t where the time value is stored. Okay, so null pointer is the system timer. That's basically what is it. So that's a pointer to... No. Don't do it that way. Null ptr equals point to system timer, basically, instead of pointing to our own timers or whatever we want to use. Okay, we've got a semicolon there, that's okay, that's done. Good. So that's how we initialize by getting a random number, which is system time, because that's always going to be different. So that will basically initialize our dice srand with whatever time it is. A number, a 32-bit data number. We don't care what the number is, but we know it's always different. It's out of our control. It's out of the programmer's control, that. Why have I got this here? Namespace, struct, dice, semicolon. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Very kind. Right, what we're going to do now. Right, I'm just going to put a note in. I'm going to put 3d6. You don't need to understand what 3d6 means, only I do. Using a 3d6 system, we can have the following. Alright, what can we have? A static bool. Alright, don't want to do that bit yet. Let's roll the dice. Okay, static int roll dice. It's going to take in a couple of numbers. It's going to take in int so number of dice, and we're going to take in type of dice. There we go, type of dice. We'll have an int as well, shall we? Yep. There we go. Nice and easy basic stuff. Return value. No, I'll call it sum. That's a good word for it. There we go. Yeah, sum. And then we're going to do a complex, stupid for loop. Not. Int count equals 0 as long as count is less than a num dice. And count, whoops, plus. All we're going to do for that for loop is sum plus equals. And now we have to do our silly random bit, don't we? It's R-A-N-D, yeah, that's okay. Didn't need that external bracket, did I? Rand modulus, if I remember rightly, and that's going to be type of dice. Does, yeah, okay. So it's actually +1. I'm going to put 1 plus. Doesn't matter where you put the 1, at the beginning or the end, because I've got the brackets. End, semicolon. That's your for next loop done, and all you do then is return sum. And that's how we generate a random number. So we are generating a random number, and that rand is going to get me, isn't it? How am I going to describe that? You see, this is the horrible thing about doing this, is they don't put notes on anything. Oh well. How do I explain this lot? Can do any type and number of dice. It's not can do, it's can roll. any type and number of dice. That's correct. I'd be getting back into it now. Storage for the total sum of dice rolls. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. This will be a roll each dice in turn. And then we're on to... Do I want to split this down? No. And Rand returns a number between 0 and 1. So I'll let you all work that out yourself. Right. So it's modulus. It doesn't matter what random number it will generate. It will generate between 0 and 1. And what we're going to do is... No, the random number doesn't. It's divide by type of dice, modulus. 6-sided dice. And we take the remainder. I'm trying to remember how this works. And my memory is that bad. I just can't get it in my head. Sometimes what things are doing. Rand. Returns a pseudo number, integral number in the range 0 and... Oh, it's rand max. There we go. So yeah, what if you do rand modulus 100, you get the range of 0 to 99. If you add 1, you get 1 to 100, so it becomes a 1 to 100 dice. That's the simplest way of putting it. Rand max is a constant. Typical way to generate trivial pseudo-random numbers is to determine the range using rand. Use a modulo of the return value by the range span and add the initial value of the range. Yeah. Okay. Okay, C++ can do more powerful stuff. It says C random, but I'm happy with what we've got. So I just want to copy that. So I'm right in what I say. And that's there. There we go. That's looking better. Shouldn't be off the screen, should I? No, I'm not off the screen there. Return the result. There we go, that's that done. Right, using a 3D6 system. I really want to stop and talk about this. Yeah, thanks. Just looked up chat and you've just said it. Oh, bless. I'm slow on the chat pickup, aren't I? You've obviously done this before, so you know what I'm talking about. It's... Oh, I can lose a space there and that'll do that. Roll each spelling Thank you. Hmm. I don't know if you've seen me write C++ before, but this is how I do it. First of all, I'll just splurge it down, and then I'll split it down and notate it. So, there's a thing about the system that I'm going to use for my game. I want to use 3D6 system. So, I'm going to take time out. I wasn't expecting to do this today. Actually, we've got the roll dice, haven't we? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Main. I was doing testing, and I've just sidelined myself into doing something completely different. Like random numbers. I don't really want to talk about them today, because it is a big thing. Dice.h, thank you. So now what we can do is Amber did put them static dinner. They are all static. Yeah, good, thank God. I was a bit worried then. Amber, colon, Amber maths, colon, dice. Initialize dice. There we go. And then to roll a dice, we need an integer. So we'll have int sum of dice equals 0. We'll set that up as a base. What else do I need? For next loop, really. I think we should do it. I don't want to do too many. Okay. 4. Int C count. I don't like using I. C, and don't like misspelling it either for obvious reasons. I just realised what was on screen. Okay, count is less than 10. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. And what we're going to do is sum of dice. I'll do it properly. Sum of dice equals Amber. Yep, Amber. Amber maths. Dice. Roll dice. I will roll. I'm going to roll 3d6 for a reason, because I want to talk about it later. And then all we have to do, we'll stick in C, I think. So printf. So that's just going to be space 3d6 equals space %d, comma, and that's going to be sum of dice, semicolon. Right, let me split this down. You might say that this is a bit of a weird way. The best. Alright. Do I want to explain what I've done? Not at this stage, no, because this is test. So this is going to do 10 rolls of 3d6 and stick them on the screen. /n. Down the screen. Hope I've got 10 spaces going down. Anyway. Just from a couple of roll dice and initialize dice. Ooh, error. Ooh. Okay, go to it. Yeah, that's right. So it's semicolon count plus plus. There we go. For int c0s count less than da 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 count. Yep, that's right. Anything else I've done wrong? God knows, probably. Try again. There we go. So as you can see, 3d6, 12, 15, 10, that's pretty random. It's only a small portion of what random numbers it generates. So that's a random number generator, a very simple one for you. I haven't put in the specials for me yet. There's two at least. There's critical hits, so critical success and critical failure to put in for me. So that's working nicely. See, it's quite nicely doing it, but it shouldn't have done. It should have given an error. And it didn't give an error because it was a header file. If I had put a source file in, it would have been an error. Because here, I haven't even mentioned it. So really, I should note here in my charactergen.pro, and this is how you're supposed to do it, that you've added this code. So it's going to be a source. I'm going to use forward slashes, source, and it's Amber Maths. And that will be just dice.h. So that's my maths. Gosh. There we go. You are supposed to do that. It didn't matter because when you're actually picking up header files work differently. Now, if I had made this into a proper class, instead of just static functions, which you can call directly, that's why I wanted static, so that I could just call them directly. And it works. I do that for things like a dice because is it really needed as a full class? No. Can you get away with it just being a header file? Well, look at the size of the file. It's, wow, not big. I mean, I've only got 2 more functions to go, so it'll only go another page. But there's so little there, it doesn't matter. Right, I've rambled enough. Coke. Oops, sorry. Black, fizzy, bubbly, burpy liquid. Not allowed to advertise. Yeah. So I'm happy that this will work with coding, C++. I've just got to find a way of including libraries properly, which I'll do sometime. I'll play around with those. So I know it's all working. What I'm thinking in my own mind is that we don't treat it as a library as such. You see, if I was to do this on Linux, it would be simple and straightforward and everything would work. Bad code, but are you a Linux programmer? If you're still watching, if you give us an idea, because if you are on Linux, and I can switch over to Linux tomorrow and show you what I mean about it being so damned easy, and I can do a stream just on Linux instead of Windows where I've got all of these silly problems. Oh, I hate you, you've got a Mac OS. Right, I'll do a stream tomorrow on Linux then, if you want me to. I mean, if it helps you more than this stream, because this stream is Windows bound, as you can see, I'm bound by what Windows can do. On Linux, this will all work. I can get a 3D window up in 2 seconds. It's stupid. It's stupidly easy because Linux works with libraries better. Why use a struct? You don't have to. It's just the answer. You don't have to. It was just so that I had to put in that word there. If you don't use a struct, then the command would look like that. So that would be your command. So it would read Amber maths, roll dice. And it's not obvious where that's coming from. So if you look at that, oh, I'm rolling a dice, well, it's obvious to me just by intuition that that is coming from dice.h. But you don't know that for sure. It could be coming from another part of your program. All you know so far is that it's in the namespace Amber and it's in the namespace Amber Maths. Yes, you can. It's exactly the same, yeah. So my rules are for namespacing different. The answer is yes, of course you can. Absolutely. So you could have changed Amber Maths into dice. So in this here, you could have changed that to dice, and you would then get Amber dice, and then just take the struct away. What you do is delete it. So yeah, the ways that you can program it are so varied that it's silly. You can program it any way you want. That's the whole point of C and C++. What you're doing when you're programming in C++ is you're creating your own language. I don't know if you ever realised it, but if you want to make things easy for yourself, you program it in such a way that you can understand what you're programming. So I can understand what that is because I know what the first two are. Then, because that's where I'll find it. So that means source directory, or, well, in the source somewhere. And that says Ambermath, which is the directory. Then I get dice, which is that. And then I get the function. Anytime you want. If you're using static, you don't. If you're not, struct instead of a namespace. Well, a struct is a class. Struct is an object. It's object. If you go into object-oriented programming, a struct is a class. The only difference between a struct and a class is a struct is public by default, and a class is private by default. So, do I use structures as more class-based? Well, yeah. You see, oh, sorry. A namespace is just like a protection device. It's just that's a namespace. It doesn't do anything. It's for us to hide this behind. But a structure has a constructor. Okay, so I can actually do that. Okay? Because I have a struct. And I can now do dice dot initialize dice. And here, you see how it's different? I will put dice dot roll dice. Bleh. So that's the difference. A namespace has got nothing to do. You can't do that with a namespace. A namespace is nothing. It doesn't do anything. Use a struct. You've got the wrong question. It's when do you use a struct instead of a class? It's not when. Namespaces have nothing to do with structures, and structures have nothing to do with namespaces. You can take the namespaces away and the code will work fine. I could take all of these namespaces away and just have Okay. Okay, it comes up in red. But if I go to my dice, see the namespaces have absolutely nothing to do with it. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Oh, we'll do this one. That one. Just get rid of it. That one. No, didn't do it. That one. No errors. See, there's still no errors here. Okay, save that out. Go back to main. Save that out. It works. It's up to you. Is the answer. Do you use namespaces at all? I think is the question you're asking. And the answer is no, if you don't want to. Look. See, dice is just now in global. As far as we're concerned, anybody can use it. Now, what I'm trying to say is, if in one of your includes somewhere else, there is another function called dice, you'll get a conflict. That's what you use namespaces for, is to stop things conflicting. So you might decide that you want a different random variation of dice and accidentally call it dice again. I'm just hypothetically saying this. I'm not saying that's what you would do, but because that could be called car. It could be called anything. You're developing your own language, and it's up to you how you develop it. Namespaces are not needed at all, is the answer. And it's got nothing to do with the namespace, as you can see. The only reason I use namespaces is because that tells me that it's in our source directory, and that tells me that it's in the Ambermaths directory. It's for me. It's not for C++, it's not for the compiler, it's for me to remember where things are, because I'm useless. No, it's because I've just got into the habit of doing it that way. Hope that clarifies that namespaces just are not needed. Full stop. Never get tricked into that one. Come on. Oh. Sorry. Right, that's everything back as I wanted it. Yeah, okay. Go back to main, and I'll just put that back. Thank you. Why have we got a Dubry here now? Oh. Yeah, that was the first example part, wasn't it? There we go. So that's my way of writing C++. That's it. That's all there is to it. I've just shown you how many different variations you can have on that. It's up to you to choose how you want to write. If I was to write things in a lazy fashion, I could do the whole of this in very little space. I could just type in, and the whole program would just go like that, and it'd work. But it wouldn't be useful later. It'll just be a splatter of code. I come back to it, look at it, and think, I don't know what that does. As I did there. Now, when I come back to it, I won't have to look it up on the internet because I know what it does. So that tells me. I didn't actually note down what these are. Sugar. Oh dear. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me to do that. Generic purpose functions. Including random number generator. Okay, copy. That'll do me. There we go. And C time gives access to timers. No, that what that does. Yeah, that's better. So yes, as you can see, that I have a very definitive style of doing things. I'm just trying to think if I've got anything that I can show you that doesn't use this style at the moment. Oh, the advantage is that the compiler... Sorry, the question. So what is the advantage of making dice static instead of instance-based? Quite simply, by putting it as static, I let the compiler decide whether it can move it to a more optional place or do... basically what I'm saying by static is I want to use it directly. But if you instance it, then you have something that you have probably got to delete. You have resources. If you access it directly, you're not taking up resources. Does that make sense? Because what you're really asking is what's the difference between that line and that line. That creates an object called dice. That dice has resources allocated to it by the operating system. That's taking up memory. And you are carrying it around and passing it around all over the place. If you want to have your dice passed over to a different area, then you have to pass it over. With this system of direct access, you can direct access it from anywhere in your computer code without it being passed over. So this command here, as long as you've initialized somewhere, then that will work. So what you do is you initialize that in when you start your program up, and then any function that you write ever has that available to it. As long as you include that, obviously. So that's the advantage of making dice static instead of instance-based. I would never make dice instance-based like that. Never. It's such a small thing. And then to have to worry about what happens if somebody does that. Yeah, look at this one for a fantastic idea. Oh, missed it. What's it done? Oh, right, it's just messed up. There, has it? Now, what have you got? You've got a pointer, an address, in memory somewhere on your computer that holds that information. Whatever I type in here, and there's a couple more functions to go. Okay? Now, if you do something like that, then you're tying up memory for no reason whatsoever, just for a function that rolls the dice? No, you wouldn't do that. For a display that holds very many functions and is very useful, you would. Then you would need to use objects. Simple. I would use this one. I'd use that line. The one highlighted, this. I'd use that. but you would probably have 2 of them. That's repeatable, remember. We could actually... Could he do a use block on that? Because that's blocking. On the thread, that is blocking. It won't block for long, unless somebody decides to roll 5 million dice. But it's blocking. For threading, it's blocking. You'd have to either make 2 separate dices. So you'd have dice, thread 1. I think that's the probable way that I would do it, because it's such a small thing. There's nothing that says you can't do that. So that's probably what I would do, because it's such a small thing that the amount of memory it's actually holding is small, but it is there, and you do have to manage it. You do have to delete that memory afterwards, remember, because these are pointers. So each one of those goes with a delete. Dice thread 1. And delete dice thread 2. So you've got to remember, you've got that responsibility to add to it. So let me just separate that off so I don't get it mixed up within my stuff. Okay, this is my chatty area. As you can see, I'm not altering my program, I'm just showing variations of how you can use it. This again is something you've got to decide. What you're really talking about here is program design rather than how to use something. No, not really. Not if you don't need to move the state in there. No, if you're running a thread separately, what happens is, oh, let me get rid of this for a minute. What do I want? I want that there. That'll do. Let me just load something up. Working on it. What are you working on? Get out of it. Silly thing. Open file. No, can't use any of those. I'll use that one. That's a blank screen, isn't it? Can we put blank screen up? Yes, we can. Oh, let me just get rid of this Coke bottle a minute and this keyboard. Okay, keyboard. Alright. Let me get the code off the screen. Let me actually look at your question properly, because it matters. Okay. Move the state of the random number generator into the dice then. No, because you would have something like a main program, right? That's your entry point. That's what I'm messing about with at the moment. That will probably go on to... Let's talk about games, shall we? Game programming. So your main would go into a initialization. What else would we have? We would then have main loop. Okay. Right, so I've got everything that I need there. Now, in the main loop, we're going to have, you're talking about, let's say, a random number generator, and you want to make a graph out of it. Okay, so in the main loop, on one thread, so let's block that off into a thread. And let's block another one off into a thread here. So you're still going around your main loop at big speeds. You can have as many threads as you want. Possibly, is there a max? Yeah, you can get them from thread pool. You could make a thread pool. You can do a lot of different stuff. Right. So on thread 1, what you are looking at is generating the random numbers. And on here, display result. Why you do it this way, I don't know. If you're making a game, on the main loop, having a thread that's generating random numbers like this is a very good idea, actually. I hadn't thought of that, thank you. I was more thinking of, on my thread 1, I was going to put server access, but anyway, maybe generating random numbers is a good idea. I don't know yet, because I haven't tried it. But what you would do is just generate the random numbers and pass them back into the main loop. So as a thread entity. So those generated random numbers there would be picked up by the main loop. So you can store them anywhere you want. So you'd have a block of data storage. Main loop can then pick out as many as it wants from the data storage whenever it wants. The generator would say generate 50 random numbers, and it would keep a look and it would see what size data storage is. If data storage needs more random numbers, it'll generate them. If it doesn't, it won't do anything, it'll just sit there. So you will be in a loop here. So that thread lives until you kill it. And display results can be passed from the main loop. You wouldn't ever go thread to thread. You'd never, don't cross your threads. God, it sounds like a film that one wants to. Don't cross your threads, which is true actually. This one, display results loop, could be being passed data in, or receiving data, or taking data from a data storage here. So, which is on the main loop. So that's its data area. So that would then be able to take and display results there. You would not structure it in such a way that you would generate numbers on this one, pass it to here, and then display them. The reason being is all your error checking's in here, or being done by parts of your main loop. And if any errors occur, if these two are just talking to each other independently, then you got a problem. It's crash. You're in crash time, and it will be a segmentation issue. Segmentation fault. SIG fault. The worst ones you can get, because you can't tell what the hell's going on when they happen. So to keep threads stable, keep them separate. There's a big rule there. Now, I don't know if that's what you're on about, but that is, you've got to be careful. I mean, threads can create other threads, but at some point you've got to design a way to control the thread. And that should be controlled here, at this point here. So you really want your controller here in your main loop. You don't want it down here somewhere. You don't want to put a controller between those two. You can. And you can do it thread safely by having the controller only join... Oh, done that wrong again. The controller, you could have a controller in between these two which has a switch between the two threads, so it can only talk to one thread at once. That's safe. So you could go to the first thread, get your numbers, go to the second thread after switching that one off, and just deposit your numbers. But you're out of the main loop. Do you want to do it that way? What if two threads are generating random numbers in parallel? Doesn't matter. Just have one generator number here, one generator number here. Every time you call an instance of a roll dice, it will create a new instance. You can call it unless it's a blocker. If it's a blocker, then you can't. You would have to have a controller between the two, saying when you can use it and when you can use it. Then you would have a usage controller. So you would have to divide time, if it's a blocker, between the two. You'd have a frequency counter. That's actually an interesting one because I've never tested it. Especially not with a static. I will probably go to static inline to stop it from messing me up. If that makes sense. Because then the code would be on two different threads. Now if the code's on two different threads, do they use different OS sources? I don't know. Do they get resources from the operating system separately? Or do they rely on operating system distribution of resources from the main? Don't know the answer to that question. Never researched it that far. Oh, let me just move this a minute. Whoa. Hey. So that's where I would start with that. I would actually write a program, a test program for two threads using the random number generator that I've just generated now. That's probably how I'd do it. My handwriting is horrible, isn't it? Oh well, never mind. Let me just get rid of that. Where did I put my code? Was it that one? Yeah, that's the one. Good grief, we're all over the place today. Thank you. This is actually quite good. I don't know what rand uses. I've never looked at the code. What it uses internally. It uses a hash define, which doesn't matter. Hash defines don't matter. They don't mean anything. A hash define, by the way, is a preprocessor control. The process, the pre-compilation doesn't mean a thing. Not to the outcome of the program. So that would be max rand out of the way with. I don't know if it uses anything else in rand. If it uses a global variable, then it's a bit badly written. Its current state doesn't matter. Current state of rand doesn't matter. It's not, we're not programming it, so it's up to whoever programmed it to get it right. Does it say that rand is a block or not? It should say in the notes if it blocks or not. Did I keep it up? Yeah, it uses macro constants. Max rand. Macros don't mean a thing. That's for programmers to use. Handy thing for a programmer to use. Types, no. Integers, environment. Term value. Yeah, examples, yeah. Okay, compatibility. Data races, here we go. The function accesses and modifies internal state objects. So yes, you're right. It has state objects, which may cause data races with concurrent calls to rand or srand. Some libraries provide an alternative function that explicitly avoids this kind of data race, rand r. So for threading, you'd use rand underscore r, not portable. Implementations are allowed to guarantee no data races for calling this function. Exceptions, C++ no throw guarantee, never throws exceptions. Oh, thank you, didn't know that. We should mark it as such. So you would probably go to the C++ libraries, which can then avoid data racing, which is what you're talking about. Data racing is when something is blocking and two things are racing to try and use the same thing. That's data racing, as far as I can understand it. So yeah, there's the answers. Have a look in the C++ libraries under something or other. Does it tell us what the C++ library is? Does it? It's probably just stdlib. That's your C library. How do I get from reference here? Here we go. That's your C libraries, containers, atomics, miscellaneous headers. There you go. Alright, let's look at the bottom. Distribution, blah blah blah, other. Nope. Okay, what have we got in here? Alright, you have different random number engines for starters. Great. I don't know which one you would like to use, but I'm thinking that for a base 64, the Twister is possibly one of the better ones to use, if you need to use one. So there's your dice. Dice roll equals distribution generator. Distribution generator. Dice plus dice plus dice. Alright. So you just use distribution. You pick a distribution type and a generator type. Great. And you just do std bind. What? Okay. So it's std default random engine. It's pretty silly, overly complicated. Generates a number in the range of 1 to 6, does it? Really? Okay, if it says so. I think that means default. Never mind. Yeah. So you'd use this. Is the answer. I'll have to read through that. So I only use C because it's faster and it does what I want easier. Creates a smaller program, and I'm a C programmer. I'll hold my hand up. I'm a C programmer that's learnt C++, not the other way around. And I certainly didn't learn the standard libraries. Unfortunately, I have to read them. Yeah, I know, it's bad. And it's not because I'm lazy, it's because I'm forgetful. So yeah, I've talked about the variations, and if you want to go into threading, you can do so. Use random. Simple as. So instead of... Oh, where's my files gone? Instead of that, just put random in there. I don't think you need both. I think you just need random by itself. It does all of it in there. It's a specialised C++ function. It'll replace all of this with possibly something a little bit easier. That becomes one line, because they have a way to initialise, and then all you've got to do is set up what you're using to randomise with, and do exactly the same, really. So that bit's roughly about the same, and you'll have to change something here, but it's the same, and do it for the count. And yeah, I haven't done any of that, but it's roughly the same. I guess. See, well, it came off that kind of thing, so... Oh, where's my keyboard gone? Control S. There we go. There we are. So yeah, it's pretty simple to do, I would have thought, but yeah, just change it over to random. I mean, I don't wish to do threading at the moment, so I won't be doing that, unfortunately. So we talked about... Oh, keyboard's disappeared. Can I have it back, please? Thank you. Talk quite a bit about that. That's an interesting one. Interesting thoughts, thank you. You see, this is what happens with me. I get sparked by something interesting, and I can do hours on it. Go hours on it. Right, what wasn't I showing? I was doing this to do a test. Right, the test. Do I have anything up here? Yeah, we do. Right. What do I currently have in downloads? Oh god, I tried to run Eclipse. What a failure. Never mind. GLFW I want first, don't I? Before I want glue. So let's go for it. GLFW. GLFW.org. Released on April the 15th, 2019, 3.3. Okay, it says download, so I'll download. Save, please. There we go. Open folder. Okay. So extract all. Extract. Wow, it's that big, really? There we go. And what's that got in it? There's your include directory. That's interesting. What's this all about? Is this just a source code then? Got nothing for that. Okay. Well, that's not exactly helpful. I wanted to download GLFW, and it seems to give me the source files. Ooh. Do they not give the release files? That's amazing. Where's the rest of it? Oh, bless you people. I don't believe it. There's no libraries and nothing in there. Let's investigate this a little bit more, shall we? Alright, GLF solution requires only the headers and libraries for your OS and Windows system. Right. Clang on Linux, yeah. Ah, GCC, which is what I use. Available for all. Well, I'll have that then. Ah. Running security scan. Why is this thing so slow at running security scans? Oh, thank you. Open folder. You two, come on out. Go on out to play. Still a lot of files. Okay, right, what we got now? Oh, look. Oh, yeah. Oh, fantastic. That's a lot better. That's what I want. So I want you lot. Where should we put them? I want to put them... where's my test thingy? Yeah. Workspace. Twitch. We're doing character generator, aren't we? So I'm gonna just hold on a minute. Let's just pop them in here for a second. Don't want them in my files as yet. Let's see what I do want. I want any includes. So I will take the include. So that's you. Copy. I want to copy you to character generator. I'm going to stick it in here. Alright, so we've got the includes. And then we want debug and release. Let's have a look. Is there a binary? Yes, there is. There's a DLL here. No, that's the wrong thing I'm looking at. I think that's the problem that I'm having. There's no binaries here, is there? That one. No, there's no binaries. That's the one I want. That's the binary. There's no lib. There's a lib. I thought this was a static library. Why have we got a DLL? Okay, I'll copy you. I think I nearly know what's going on now. Okay, depths. And I'm going to put that. Thank you, Muppet. You just sneezed all over me. Include has a small I. Okay. Lips has a small S. L. Good. Right, that's a lib. What else we got in here? I've got a DLL. Let's put DLL into debug. There. And we better put one in release, just in case. Paste. Right, okay. This could be very interesting. Oh, thanks, Bad Codebot. Catch you later. Yeah, that's a very good question. Which one am I using? Mingwei is the answer. Yeah. Precompiled 32 bits, yeah. Don't need you. Refresh here. Right, I've got all of that lot now. Libs include. That's correct. Now, let's see, I've got to put something in here. This has now become a GLFW fight to the death. Probably mine. Let's see if I can do it. I do need a break though. What time are we on? I've been running 3 hours, 10 minutes without a break, and I'm dying on the spot, so... what's this one? No, I can't use anything here. Right, okay. Let me just get this set up first, and we'll take a break. Okay, that's alright there. That's alright there. We're not dropping stream or anything. That's good. I'm going to go back to that one. Yeah, that's got all the stuff in I want. Okay. Alright, so this is what I'm looking at here. This bit down at the bottom. And I want to try and write something in here that makes sense. So that's going to be the challenge in a minute. Have we got any sticky notes? God, yes we have. There we go. Right, everybody, go get yourselves a cup of coffee. I'm going to need it probably. Put it back here. Yeah, put it back here. There you go. Ultimate Line Naval Action, still doing. Gaming Club, still doing on Twitch here. So, yeah. Design, well, I'm trying to design programs at work. This is all about trying to get Visual Studio Code to work. Yeah, I know. Bad in it. Right, back in 7 mins or so. Gonna grab a cup of coffee. Actually, he's given me a very good idea. Right, I'm going to write this and see if it works, and I don't think it will. Okay. So I am going to want include path. I'm only doing GLFW3 at the moment. So I need, I'll take the lot and I'll just delete, well, copy. No. Right, copy everything there. Okay. Alright, we'll put space here so I know which bit to delete. And there's my spacer. Okay, put another spacer in so I know where it ends. Okay, right, this is the block that I want to look at. Okay. So, what's changed? You have. Delete I. So is that dot slash or just include? Include will do. Right. Ellipse. That becomes ellipse. Not doing glue. I want the last two. Okay. So that's me includes. That's my library. And I can see it here. So that's me include, yeah, okay. Oh dear, I've got DLL in as well. I don't know how this is going to work. If at all. Let's go for it. This dice idea I like. That's irrelevant. Again, separate that off. Right, gives me space to work in. That isn't in the main. Right. First things first. It will be a hash. Actually, it's the first thing I need to do. So it's hash include. And that will be GLFW. GLFW3. And that's close. I think I know why it's not working now. It's a horrible thought. So from there, we should be able to say if open brackets not GLF, it's not coming up with anything. Why is it not coming up with anything? GL F. There's nothing. I've put the header file in. Why? What? Oh dear. I know why. That's not an I. That's an L. It should pick it up on that double asterisk, but it doesn't. For some reason. Oh, good. And I know it's got a squiggle under it. That's a good sign. G L. Here we go. F W. In it. If it doesn't in it. No, sorry. If GLFW does in it, that's better. We are going to print F. And that's just going to be GLFW. I'm hating my day today. Nothing's working. GLFW 3 has initialized. Bling. \n. Semicolon. And then we have to terminate GLFW. Yeah. GLFW T. Terminate. Yeah. Terminate it. Switch it off again. Else printf, and we're just going to put in GLFW3 failed. Right on, man. What a program. So, initializing, if it initializes, we have to switch it off again, because it takes resources from the system. Otherwise, we're just going to say it failed. Okay. Not much can go wrong there, is there? Really, hey? Is there? Nothing can go wrong. Honest. There we go. And I can see that it's right. And I think I know why now. Fantastic. I'm just wondering if I can do it that way. I mean, totally that way. What I can do is I can put this into a different instance, which is interesting. Here. VCPKJ. Posh. VCPKJ. Let's have a look at that. It's not on my system. Okay. VCPKG. G. Yeah, package. VC package. Library maintainer for Windows, Linux, GitHub. Is this the thing I'm after? Helps you manage C and C++ libraries on Windows, Linux and Mac OS. This tool and ecosystem are constantly evolving. Your involvement is vital to success. For short description of available commands, run VC package help. What is this thing called? Just VC package. Okay. Okay. So that's using PowerShell. Okay, let's follow that then. Pop that there. It's invading the screen a little. Can I not get bigger thingies on here? Edit. Properties. Font. How's about 24? Okay. Oh, right, okay. That's a bit bigger. Whoops. A lot bigger. Okay. Do I have Git on here? Yes, I've got Git. Right, that was the first thing. So, Git. Oh, wait a minute. I need to make a... Dubry. Somewhere to put it. Don't I? Got you. I want to be where? Not in workspace. What do we got? Ah, that's what I want to be. CD. I could just put it onto the C drive, couldn't I? Yeah, I think I will. Okay. That's the C drive. Yeah, there's not much on it. This'll do. We'll put it here. I don't have much on my C drive, as you can tell. I do have MinGW, AMD, and performance logs. Not much else. Bit QT. And me trace logs, yeah. Thank you for me trace logs. Git clone. And it's https //github.com, and it's it's Microsoft, is it? Okay, fair enough. Microsoft. I didn't know that. And it's VC package. .git. There we go. That one's off. Off to the races. Done. Let's have a look at what we've done then. CD. VCPKG. Okay. Looks good. We got a bootstrapper. Yes, we have. Excellent. Let's do that then. Bootstrap, and it will be. Well, there's one for .sh and there's one .bat, so I wonder which one we'll have. I think we'll do .bat. .bat. We're on Windows. There we go. Oh, it looks happy. Oh, fall back to full compilation. Oh, thank you. Yes, yes, please. No, was that it? Okay. As a readme. I don't have nano, so I'm not going to bother with that. So bootstrapped it, and then we need to integrate it. Okay, so ./vc.pkg. Right, how do we do this? Do we have a VC? Yes, we do. Yeah, that's good. So we run it with integrate install. Applied use-wide integration for VC package root. MS build C++ projects can now hash include any installed libraries. Linking will be handled automatically. Installing new libraries will make them instantly available. Okay, this sounds a bit better. Right, install any packages. Okay. So let's try it. /VC package install, and it's glfw3. Building. Find package glfw3 config required. Target link libraries main private glfw. Yeah, that's right. What does that mean? Do I have to use it? Build trees. Downloading glfw. Downloading, applying, building, performing post. Yeah, building package. Done. Doesn't tell me where it's put it. Downloads. Oh, installed. x86 Windows. What? Okay, doesn't matter. Exit. Got to do that next. Right, let's try it now. It says automatically links everything. Okay, let's see what it's talking about, shall we? So, workspace. Test, 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 test. No, it's Thinking Club, isn't it? Twitch. This is character gen. Include. Delete. Libs. Delete. Release. Delete. Didn't work. And debug. Delete. May as well delete you whilst we're here. And let me just do an extra or delete here. Okay. Loads of items have just been deleted. Thank you. OBS put you back. 0 frames dropped. Oh my god. Right, okay. So I'm back down to debug, release and source. In source we've now got, yeah, okay. Looks a bit cleaner. Fantastic. So, file, open, PowerShell. I'll stay with the administrator. No valid module file. Posh VCP. What? Do I have to switch my computer off and on again to make this work? It says I'm allowed it immediately. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, I need you. Come back here. Right. Oh, right, we're already in a... We're in source. Oh, sorry. Do it properly would help. I don't think this is going to work. No, it doesn't. Hasn't worked. Oh well. It's not in there. So it says it works, but it doesn't. Okay. That's fine. I think we'll call that a stream for now. I've been going for 3 hours 40, and I do need to take a break, I think. This is starting to annoy me. Plus, I think I've got to start switching on and off my computer to get things to work. This is going to be an interesting experiment in stupidity. Excellent. I'm enjoying it already. I will catch you tomorrow with more kicking the crap out of Microsoft, I suppose. Exit. I don't know why it's doing that. Come on. So yeah, take care. Keep on delving into whatever you're delving into. And of course, have fun.